Okay, so it is a couple of days later since I have had that surgery. My coffee is brewing in the background, so you can hear it, sorry. I just wanted to say that the surgery went really well, and for the most part, the recovery was not fun. I will say, I said the day of the surgery, I was down for the count all day. Like, I slept because of the anesthesia. I had to sleep like all of that day basically. And then the next day, I felt better. I was able to go to the DMV to get our tags renewed. But I was able to go to the DMV to get the tags renewed, and I was fine. And so I feel like for the most part, like, I'm back to normal now. But like, that was Friday, and then Saturday we went grocery shopping, and then like I was at Sam's Club and I almost like passed out. Like, I felt like I was about to pass out. So I had to like hold on to something and stand still for like a period of time. So that was kind of scary, but I think it was just like my body doing too much too fast, maybe. I don't recommend going like hardcore grocery shopping like this Saturday or like 2 days after you have a bilateral salpingectomy. So, but other than that, for the most part, my experience has been pretty positive. Like, the gas pains that you get under your shoulder is like the worst part in my opinion. And I no longer get those now. I haven't gotten those since I think like Saturday was the last day that I got those. So that's really good because that part sucks the most. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that part was rough. So yeah, since that is over now, then I don't really have any other pain or anything. They did give me like Percocets to take, like, for pain, but obviously, like, I'm starting a new job. I'm not gonna take those like during work day. So I have found that actually like really strong ibuprofen just works just the same. So if you don't want to take the opioids, ask them to just prescribe you really high like ibuprofen milligrams, because they work just the same in my opinion, and better truthfully sometimes. So because the Percocets really just made me feel weird. They didn't really take the pain away, if that makes sense. Like, at least I don't feel like they did sometimes. So I don't know, that could just be me thing though. But yeah, so that's basically where we're at. We had the surgery on Thursday and is now Tuesday today, and I don't know if I said Monday, but yeah, it's Tuesday, and I started my new job yesterday, and everything has been going very well so far. I'm really excited about being with this company and everything. So yeah, I just thought I would update you guys. But yeah, I think I'm probably just about to put some makeup on, and then I'll probably just close this vlog out. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions about the surgery, like, I may not have done the best job of explaining like my review and all that stuff, but just to like recap, so like whenever I went in for the surgery, they had me drink like a 20 ounce of Gatorade before I got there, and I did that. And then I got there, and the surgery was scheduled to be at 8:30, but I got there at 6:30 because they told me to. And then they took me back, and I didn't end up actually having surgery until around like 9:30. So they just like did an IV and all that stuff, and I only needed one IV. And so then they took me back for surgery, and then I woke up from anesthesia at like 11. And so like literally it was a really short surgery. I was able to be back home by like 12:20, and that's not including like 30 minutes that we sat at like the DMV. So yeah, I was able to be back home at like 12:20 though, and back in bed. So it was really nice to be back in bed and all that stuff. But I definitely don't think that, like, unless you work, I will take it back. Okay, so if you work a labor job where you work outside or you work like in a plant or something like that, I recommend taking off at least, I want to say at least 4 to 5 days. So if not though, like, recommend having the surgery on Thursday like I did, and then by the following like Tuesday you should feel up to like normal. But everybody obviously is different, so don't like use my experience as a guideline for yours, because truthfully, like, we may just have different experiences. Some people said that they weren't back to normal until like 6 weeks or like a month after. So I think it just kind of depends on you. You know, I'm not allowed to lift any weights though over 15 pounds for the first month, so, or for at least like 6 weeks, unfortunately. So I will not be doing any weightlifting weightlifting, and that's gonna suck. But other than that, I'm just ready to get back into like doing my walks. I have not been able to do those because you're only supposed to walk for like 20 to 10 minute increments at first. So I think by next Monday, or by this coming up Monday, I should be 100% and back to doing the walks that I've been doing. So yeah, but that was my experience, and I had a bilateral salpingectomy, which is where they take out your fallopian tubes. I don't recommend getting them tied because from what I found with research and everything, you're more likely to have the really bad side effect of like the post-tubal ligation syndrome, and also you can still get pregnant with them in like an ectopic pregnancy, and like, you know, it's not the best in my opinion. So if you're trying to do it as like a form of birth control and then you want to get it reversed later on, I don't recommend it. So what they did on me was completely permanent. So it's sterilization. You know, you can't get pregnant from an ectopic pregnancy with this being done because they took out my fallopian tubes. So yeah, so far though, I feel great. I'm not gonna lie. I am so happy that I was able to get the surgery because I feel so relieved that I was able to get the surgery. It kind of lifts a weight off of me that I've had for a while, where like I'm just like paranoid here and paranoid there about like having kids, and I don't want any, and you know, so I feel like it put me in a really good mindset. So now I feel like I'm in a really happy place. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.